Alright, welcome back to the Supercoach Nuff channel. In this video we're going to do the NRL Fantasy preview for the 2025 NRL season, round 12, the first big pie round. It's been a crazy week, so I'll probably just jumble that intro up, but we'll push on regardless because we've got some footy to watch tonight and some decisions to make regarding fantasy. And I will quickly flash up the Dream Team stuff as well for those that care about that. But just super quick rundown of the who's hots, who's nots. I think maybe we'll just talk about the ones I don't agree with. So Fennell Blake, yep. Tedesco, yep. Herbie, yep. Hosking, yes. Garrett, yeah, don't hate it. Bring him in. Tarpany, yes. Nwanga Tuwase, I do like as a pick, yes. Katoa, yep. Should be a good solid half option. I'm talking too much already. Tavanga, yes. Clark, yes. I've already got those two, so I can't disagree. Calatoga is an interesting one, but why not? Hot Boy as a cheapie is proven to be fairly popular. I do like that. Jack Williams is one I do like too. So maybe Xavier Savage is the only one who's like, you missed out last week and you're chasing points, but they're all playing this week, so it makes sense. Probably the who's not list to be a bit different. So Egan, yep. Unlucky lad. Kiraz is one I'd try and hold. He is a keeper. Nafo White, yeah, okay. Toya, yep, absolutely. Payne Haas, keeper. Don't trade. Yeah, obviously, a lot of money, but find another way. Purdy is an interesting one if you can hold for next week, given the Cowboys run. Gilbert, yes. Ponga, yes. Cleary, no, keeper. Humner, yes. Isaiah, keeper, no. Selwyn Cobber, yes. Best, yes. Pappenhausen, keeper. I mean, you've brought him in. Just hold on. And Critter, probably not a keeper, so yeah, trade him out. Yeah, so based on that, well, not even based on that, I guess just what I'm doing this week currently was two trades, Egan out, and Mitch Barnett, obviously playing Origin, isn't much use to me. The problem was I didn't really have the money to go up to the big keeper options with, Fennell Blake, Tarpany, Herbie Farnworth in the centres. So I was doing a bit of value hunting and I come across Butcher and Curran, but I guess the thing I hadn't really factored in was Hot Boy's name to start. They do have Sam Hughes on the bench, but how many minutes is he going to play first game back? Josh Curran will take a big minute role, which is why I've brought him in. And I think that Butcher will offer a lot of experience to that young Roosters pack. So starting on the bench, but I think he could come on and play that 55 minutes, from the 25-minute mark all the way through potentially. So what I'm thinking now, though, is if we have a look at Hot Boy, how much is he? 255k. Yeah, that's nice because the Bulldogs do have good buy coverage. And I mean, if Max King is going to play for New South Wales, and they are already struggling in the middle there a bit, Salmon's out for a while. Kurt Mann, obviously 18th man for the Maroons as well. So he could get some big minutes during those games. So he would have been the play last week instead of Pasifiki Tonga, unfortunately, but them's the breaks. Do we make that trade or is there someone else? Well, we've got 13 on field, so it is from the bench. So Haas is a keeper, May's a keeper, Campbell keep. King Togia's got money to make, Yo's a keeper. I guess anything with that is, do we even use Hot Boy then? If we're cashing in, well, we're not really using him, are we? Because we've got the squad. So yeah, I think it doesn't really make sense for us to do that move. So I'm going to stick with these two. And you can already see the team there. But basically, we've got the 13, and you do need the starting 13 for fantasy. Players on the bench will only fill in for the spots on field anyway. So that's what I mean. It's like, we could have Hot Boy here and, sort of have Curran on the bench to cover here, but what's the point? So Got Riley Smith at hooker, Tavanga, Curran, Clark, Hopgood, Butcher. Obviously, there's a lot of flexibility there. Metcalf and Savala in the halves, Lucas, Nwangani, Tuase in the centres, Youngie, Tedesco, Sharp. So pretty comfortable with this team, pretty good. Like these guys offer good buy coverage as well, which is the other reason why I've targeted them, not just for this week, but basically through to round 18. And then, we can sort of flip them. Presto will be back by then, so might have to find some money. We'll have to find some money whichever way we slice it. But when you do look at the moment, we've got a fair bit of money sitting here on the bench. So, it is suggesting that we can cut the likes of Viongi, maybe not Nwangani to us, but there is options to sort of chop those guys down to get a couple more keepers. And we do have a few trades left. We've still got 14 plus the 8 they're holding back on us. So remember, you do get an extra 8 after Origin to finalise your team. So I think we're pretty well positioned, albeit just outside the top 10. Okay. So that's the fantasy team for this week. Captain Aaron Clark, captain big middles. And VC Tedesco, just because he's the next most expensive player on the team. Sports Deck Dream Team, just super quick. I won't sort of waste too much time here. But I guess we sort of had a bit of money in the bank, so we've tried to use it. Barnett to Fanua Blake, Hosking, Egan to Hosking, make that money. And Toya, we've just changed into Nwangani to Arce. So offers that buy coverage that the Roosters have, potentially a bit more upside, but only in the wing fullback. So I'm just going to cancel that because I don't want to undo the changes. But this one I do believe we have 13 as well. So we are missing a front rower and a second rower, but we do have an extra centre and obviously the flex. So quick calculations, that's 7, 9, 11, 12, 13. And again, looking at the 13, we've got McInnes, Fanua Blake, solid. Horsburgh and Hosking will do a job for the Raiders. Metcalf and Katoa in the halves do like that. Ero and Garrick in the centres is pretty nice, and then throw in Billy Smith as well as a bit of extra, and then Tedesco, Nwangani, Tuase, and Iongi at the back. It's pretty good. Nico Hines as our captain this week. Should go good against the Roosters. Could be Fanua Blake. Not too sure. Halves usually do all right in this format, so I'm sticking with Katoa. Again, a bit of insurance against the Dogs tonight. Hopefully he doesn't become my captain. But yeah, Nico Hines for sure. And I think that's about it for all things fantasy and Dream Team there as well. Just to let everyone know what's the plan. We'll talk about it all next Monday, back on deck as per usual. But if you've got any questions, comments, thoughts, feel free to add them below this video. Give us a like if you enjoy the fantasy content. Subscribe for all the fantasy sports content on the channel. And other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.